I need a shrink. I love I need a leash. Why complain on easy streets? I don't even talk let the visa speak. And I like my Sprite Easter pink. And my wrist rush apart, but the mule is cooler. I have more juice than your jeweler. Touching, I will your medulla. That's a it is not a tumor. Red light, stop your rumors. I stay on track like a box of Pumas. I just rock.
The 2K Sports pregame show.
Hello, basketball fans. Welcome to the NBA on 2K Sports, along with Kenny the Jet Smith and Shaquille O'Neal. I'm Ernie Johnson.
DJ Khaled.
Nathan, we think still wins.
Hi, everyone. Thanks for joining us for Noche Latina, the NBA celebration of the Latin heritage, both among its players and fans. Hi, this is Kevin Harlan, joined by my partners, Greg Anthony and Clark Kellogg. And with the road trip approaching, the Heat will play their final game of their homestand. They beat the Bulls during their last encounter in Chicago. This game, the fourth meeting, they'd like to turn the lights out on this city sweep.
Really an emphatic win for them, especially considering that it came in an opponent's building, and there's no question it was their offense that carried them.
I love the way they went and got this game, Greg. I mean, they attacked at every opportunity.
Come on, D-Wade, you're the best
relaxed or sat
player
back,
in the NBA.
and as a result, they eventually pulled away.
Let's check out Chicago's starting lineup. Rose is the one, with Butler as the two. Taj Gibson is out there with Mirotic, and it's Dunleavy in at the three.
A lot of times in the first quarter, it will dictate how big a role a player has later on.
Well, what a season it was for Mirotic last year. Came on stronger for the Chicago Bulls. Continued to improve, effective in the playoffs. Really a joy to watch in his first year.
And interesting, so much hype going into the season was about Dougie McDermott.
Yes.
Whether or not he was going to be in the running for Rookie of the Year. It ended up being Mirotic. Most years, he could have walked away with that award. The tenacity on the interior, just battling, bringing that effort and will for second chance points.
Took him no time at all on that one.
And when he gets in his head that he's going to get to the basket, very little you can do defensively.
For Mirotic, he was most valuable late in games, guys. From March on, he led the league in fourth quarter points per game.
Now, here's Rose. Boy, he was something else against Utah. Here's Mirotic, and he takes that one up and powers it through.
And nobody, guys, among the defenders stepping up to challenge him on that drive to the 10.
And Greg, he says, thank you very much, and sails in for the flush.
And those are the kinds of sequences that tell you why the score is what it is.
And for that note about Mirotic, in the fourth, he outscored LeBron and Westbrook.
Come on, Wade, quit fouling.
That's impressive for any player, much less a rookie.
Gibson the screen. It's stolen by Dragic.
You know what? That passing lane wasn't open for long. He closed it down in a heartbeat there to get the steal.
Bulls have gone 4 of 5 from the field so far. Butler and the rejection by Stoudemire. In transition, here comes Miami. Dragic just got the ball. Foul call that time on the way up. That'll give him 2 chances at the free throw line here.
And I feel like there's a reason Joe Johnson has gotten a number of astronomical contracts. It's because he does everything for you. He's like one of those items you buy that touts everything you need, nothing you don't.
Hold on.
Well, to me, that's Joe Johnson.
Now here's Rose. Here's Dunleavy. Yes, and it's Rose with the assist that time. Dunleavy's got 6. The Heat have gone 3 of 5 shooting the ball so far. Earlier, Doris Burke spoke with head coach Fred Hoiberg. What'd you find out, DB?
The phrase superstar gets tossed around the league a lot these days, but that is how he described Dwayne Wade. He said that D. Wade's the guy we'll be giving the most attention to because he can function either as a playmaker or a scorer, saying no matter what he chooses to do, he can hurt you. We have to be ready for everything. Easier said than done, guys.
Thank you, Doris.
And really, he's just done a great job of finding the open man every trip down.
Boy, it sure has seemed as though he's done it every time. It's been an awesome display of passing for him today.
That's downing for Chicago. They won that game against the Utah Jazz.
Yeah, and that was a solid effort on their part. Pretty much what we would have expected, and everything seemed to go according to plan.
That's one they've really got to feel good about. I mean, it was a performance where they showed just how complete they can be at times.
And the Heat get another bucket
go.
right there.
I like the way he's not forcing anything, taking advantage of what the defense has given. He's been a key contributor for them in this quarter.
Who?
And the first time out of the game called for Chicago. And one of Goran Dragic's greatest traits, Greg, excelling in the open court. High energy point guard, a lot like you, speed to burn, very smart guy, coveted by many.
He really is. And Kevin, he transitions from defense to offense as quickly as anyone in the league, a la Tony Parker, except he's also equally adept at facilitating for others and spotting up for the three, or just taking it to the rack himself.
Now here's Brooks. And looking at his production, he averages a little more than 7 points a game. And again, no good by Chicago.
You love the closeout on that possession.
Excellent defense, active, and he made it a very tough shot for him.
Oh, whatever.
And, you know, back to Goran Dragic, many of his transition opportunities start with his aggressive defense. Very active with his hands, has the instincts to jump passing lanes, the long arm, to pick off passes. Suddenly, when he gets a steal, he's off and running.
And he gets it to go.
Timely passing leads
Miami
to
Heat,
assists,
boy.
and that's been the recipe for success.
Everybody on the same page, completely in sync, tremendous communication and awareness.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Yeah, and that's 4 straight field goals now, Greg, they've allowed from point-blank range. Can't happen.
Now here's Brooks. Poked away. It's stolen by Dragic. Oh, and here comes Dragic all alone. A nice shot by Winslow.
Wow, the floor just really opened up for him on that possession.
Yeah, I mean, I'm all for good offense, but that was just a terrible reaction from the defense.
That's his first personal foul. Now into the lineup for Bulls, Justin Holiday.
Here's McDermott. No shortage of scoring here at the end of the first quarter. Heat out front, leading by... Welcome back, everyone. It's Noche Latina in the NBA as we resume action. And let's quickly break down the game we've seen from Miami, guys.
They come out the gates here strong and put together just a solid first quarter.
A ton of good looks for him, Greg, on offense, and it's quality shots they're getting.
Taking a look at the Bulls. Portis is out there with McDermott. Then it's Taj Gibson. Then there's Derrick Rose. And it's Holiday in at the 2 guard. Rose passes to Portis. Johnson with the block. And there's going to be a foul. He definitely made contact with the ball, and in doing so also got the body, so we'll see free throws here. Chicago shooting their first shots from the stripe in this game.
And typically a strength of theirs, 79% on the season.
That's been one of the strongest aspects of this team this season. I mean, there have been very few off nights for them at the free throw line.
Second free throw, no good.
Well, I think it's been said about 1,000 times now how Coach Spoelstra started as a video coordinator with the Heat, but he's been with the organization for so long, they are starting to become synonymous.
A shot by Holiday, nobody around. Yes, and it's Rose with the assist that time. Rose has got 5 assists in the game. Got a piece of it, taken away by Holiday. The pass to Portis. Back to Holiday from downtown. Can't get it to go. The Heat with the lead. Wade drives in. The rebound by Holiday.
And even though he missed that, you have to take those shots when you get the opportunity.
Exactly. They don't come much better or easier than that.
Nice shot by Portis.
They have repeatedly probed inside in the first half, guys, and it's paid dividends.
And with as many points as they've gotten in the paint, you know, they haven't had to do much work on the perimeter.
Amari Stoudemire is checked in for Whiteside. And the Bulls making a change also. Butler's checked in. Johnson kicks to Wade. Drills the three-pointer. Wade's got 9 points.
No doubt about the consistency when it comes to scoring the basketball for him tonight. A real nice lift for their offense.
Butler, and he banks in the layup.
They're forcing the ball inside, and it's working beautifully.
It really is. 5 out of 6 of their last field goals have come from the paint.
Wade from outside, and the Heat, another 3.
They've been outstanding from three-point range in this quarter.
Bulls trail by 4. Quarter number 2, we're about 2 minutes in. Here's Gibson. The shot's good on the assist by Butler. Butler's got 3 assists tonight.
And for Jimmy Butler, so much improvement over his young career, especially as a shooter. His rookie year, he shot just 18% from 3. Last season, he shot 38% from there.
So it's Miami now, coming into this having notched a win against Cleveland in their last game.
And we've talked about how in the NBA you've got to earn your points the hard way, and that really wasn't the case in that game for them.
No, there was no hard way about it. I mean, they got their points easily on dunks and layups against the defense that really didn't offer much of a fight.
They are just killing them on the interior.
Yeah, you can't say that with enough emphasis. I mean, the defenders are just not being aggressive enough down low. You got to play with some physicality in the paint.
Goran Dragic is checked in for Richardson. And Chicago also making a switch. Mirotic is checked in for McDermott. Getting back to Jimmy Butler's shooting, he looks fantastic with his form now. He's worked so much on his mechanics, as you know, Greg. So much dedication, and that hard work has really begun to pay off.
And you know what? Jimmy Butler should serve as an example for so many young players of what can be accomplished with the tremendous work ethic. I mean, this is a guy that shot the ball well from behind the arc, 83% from the free throw line. And you wonder, given this young